Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Half a Nice Day podcast with your host, Joshua.
And Janine.
And this is our 22nd episode, and Happy New Year to everyone.
It is episode 22. Can you remember we were just talking about going through the 8th hump?
And now we are like 22.
Yeah.
Like, we can see the 8th episode in like our rear view right now.
I don't even
so far
remember
behind.
what we talked about in episode 8.
Episode 8 was about the time we met.
Is it? It's not. The time we met was just episode 19.
I told you if I answer something too quickly, it's definitely wrong.
And you didn't even blink. He's good at this, guys.
No, but like what I said, it's the new year. It's everyone's rethinking their life choices, where they are in their life. They're assessing it. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you, our listeners, are thinking about their careers, their job life, how it's going for them. Are they in the right career path or not? Or something else work-related.
Yeah.
And I'm proud to say, actually, that we got 2 questions sent by our fans. Amongst another few, but we're going to address those maybe in a later episode, but we decided to.
Can I call them listeners, though? I feel weird calling them fans.
No, why?
I don't know.
Okay, listeners, I feel.
I don't feel like
I
I'm
know.
that famous to say.
Yeah, we're not that established as
fans,
podcasters, so.
Even if I feel like when we get there and like God willing we get somewhere with more listeners,
Yeah.
I think I'll still feel weird calling them fans.
You know what? I totally understand what you say, because even for me, I still feel it hard to say that I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
I still
and when
say-
people come up to you, you're like, I don't know what to say to you.
I don't know what my hands are doing, just drawing attention away from myself.
Yeah, but as what Joshua said, so we received questions, well, different questions, but we are clubbing these 2 together because they're off the same wavelength, which is mostly work related.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting that people are now sending us questions that are above and beyond the love atmosphere. So it's not just about relationships, love. Now it's about work.
I don't know if you remember, but one of our last questions that we got was also work related, but in a setting, like a romantic setting at office where he broke up with his
yes
with his girl. Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah. But it was more relationship than.
Yeah, but
in an office setting.
Yeah, exactly. But thank you for understanding that we have that depth to answer everything other than relationship advice.
Thank you for your trust, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna completely bomb with these questions. I mean, with these answers, but we will try and we will give our 2 cents, I guess, of as how we see it.
Yeah.
So let's get cracking, shall we, gang?
Mm-hmm.
I'll read the first one. This was sent in by Joshua Stalker 22. Just kidding. It was sent by Mr. Anonymous or Mrs. Anonymous. I don't know.
No, he had a name. Monkey something.
No, it was sent.
Yeah, here you go. So this person sent it through our Google Forms, and the entry name is Monkey Dubai Luffy, Luffy.
Oh, so he put a name. Okay.
Yeah.
Because at the bottom it says comments.
What is a Luffy?
A Luffy is a body cleanser thing.
That's a loofah. What are you saying?
It's a fluffy loofah.
Okay, go ahead. You wanna read the
No,
question?
I'm pretty sure he said keep it anonymous, but if that's the name that he put,
that's why he put Monkey Dubai Luffy.
Monkey Dubai Luffy.
Yeah.
Keep anonymous.
Exactly.
Oh, that's why he put that name.
Yeah, that's why he put that name.
I thought it was his real name. I mean, like, sorry we said your name, dude.
Sorry we said
sorry your parents
full
hate
name.
you and gave you that name.
So this is a question from Monkey Dubai Luffy. I hope that's the correct pronunciation. Luffy. Or Luffy.
Yeah, sorry if we butchered your name. But the question was, hi, I have been jobless in Dubai for the past 6 months now, and I'd love to hear your take on some job search related tips and tricks.
First of all, I don't think he said it as hi, because his question is a little bit sad.
I haven't eaten in 6 months, but hi, hand gang.
Yeah, first of all, it sucks because COVID brought in a lot of job, how do I say it? Redundancies.
Depressed the whole job market.
Yeah. So the economy is not doing well. It still isn't doing well. Dubai is recovering much better than anywhere
But
else.
too better, I would say, because everything is crazy.
Yeah,
Like everything is open,
I know, but lately, like, the cases have been
spiking.
doubling. Yash, I'm sorry, I took your joke for a while. But from 1,200 average per day, I think 2 days ago it was at 3,000.
Yeah,
So
past the 3K mark, yo.
yeah, and the new strain of the virus is now, it's confirmed, right, that we have it in the country. So just be careful, guys, and
Wash
stay
your hands
safe
and wear your masks.
as much as we can, because I don't know, I think it's all of our responsibilities to make this virus go away.
Yeah, and I'm not doing my part because I have a show in an hour. 2 shows back to back, and it's gonna be in front of a lot of people. But
Yeah, but it's not like
keep
you're
safe.
speaking into their faces. You're like
No.
away from them.
my name is.
Hello, my name is Joshua. I'm half Filipino, half Indian.
Laugh now.
So let's go back to Monkey Dubai Luffy's question. So I actually have a lot of questions because it's just a one-liner and he didn't give much details to it. But we'll try our best to...
Yeah, it gives us a chance to also explore
Yeah.
different outcomes of this particular situation.
Yeah,
as well.
and I hope, hopefully by this time he found a job or he is in the rounds of interviews with a couple of companies. And I know it's going to be difficult because the visa situation here in Dubai. I know that after 6 months, you have to renew, you have to go out of the country or something like that. I don't know.
No, if you're outside the country for more than 6 months, you have to come back in order for
If
your
he's a
visa to be
resident.
validated. Yeah.
But if he's a resident, but he lost his job.
Oh yeah. Then it depends
So-
on his last company how.
Yeah, I hope they're
long
still
they-
sponsoring you in some way and that you're able to have at least the visa sorted out. So we're gonna assume that that's the case, that he has his visa sorted out. And I guess my first advice would be make sure that you polish your CV. In a way, it's something that I also did because I'm in a transition to a new job. So technically, I'm
Transitioning
jobless.
to becoming a man. I like that
What?
joke.
Because of my mustache? Thanks.
You said it, not me. Your words, not mine.
We're wearing masks. I don't have to thread it, guys. It's not like you can see it. Don't zoom in.
Don't watch this on HD.
Yes. But yes, so polish your CV, and when you're applying for a particular job, make sure that you tailor your resume to it. So if it's for a certain company and it's for a certain role, read the job details, the job description, and tailor. I mean, don't lie, of course. First, don't lie about your job, but try to tweak the information within your CV so that it can reflect what they're looking for.
Yeah.
So that, when HR reps are looking at your CV, because they're not technically the manager that you will be reporting to, they'll just look at keywords that have been submitted to them by the manager according to the job description, and they'll skim through your CV. They also have softwares that do that. So there are some HR
tools that actually find those keywords.
Exactly.
Like how you put a hashtag on something that pops up as well.
Yes.
And I like what you said. You should cater even your cover letter when it comes to that.
Exactly.
Because I've seen people who've copy-paste their cover letter for a job that is in HR, and then the same job in marketing, they would use the exact same cover letter.
Yeah.
Make it very generic. Like, yeah, I've have this many years experience. I'm a hard worker. I'm all that blah, blah, blah. But one thing that I realize as well, you should always try to tailor make your cover letter. Your CV can stay the same to some extent when you apply for different jobs, but your cover letter is what's the first thing that an HR manager would see before giving it to the hiring manager.
Yeah. And it really depends what type of job you're looking for. If it's more of a corporate job, try to incorporate some numbers into it, like percentage or something that you've achieved, an award that you received while you were in the company, so that when HR reps are looking at it or the line manager is looking at it, they will understand, okay, this person achieved this, this, and this. And try to limit your CV to, I would say, maximum 2 pages and not go over it because no one has time to go through. Imagine an HR representative going through thousands and thousands of CVs. This person will not have time to read your 6-page CV, dude.
And you can easily tell, like, if you're applying from LinkedIn, it'll show 700 people have applied for this job. And that's just on LinkedIn compared to every other job site that is available out there.
And they might be able to send their CVs directly through email. And that's another point that we have as well, is try to find the person responsible for it. Try to go through LinkedIn, find that certain manager within the company.
Wait, what do you mean? The manager of the HR manager or the hiring manager?
The hiring manager and the HR manager. Okay. Whoever you can find.
Yeah, keep them in CC.
Yeah, whoever you can email and get hold of. That's important. And try to send them an email if you're able to get hold of their email, and send them a personalized email, as you said, with a proper cover letter showing
like why
off
you deserve this job.
Exactly.
What are your accomplishments? Why are you the best fit for this job despite the other 100 capable people?
Yeah.
What makes you stand out?
Brag everything. This is your time to shine. This is not your time to be humble. It's your time to put out everything that you've worked hard for.
And I like what you said, because it also comes down to a bit of like your ego as well. I'm like, there are guys, especially, I'm talking particularly from a male standpoint from this, but they wouldn't ask their friends, you know, like, I'm in a very terrible situation. I haven't been able to eat properly, like maybe just like my cup noodles and all my instant food.
Yeah.
And they let their ego get in the way of like, yo, I really need help. Mm-hmm. Is there anyone you know who's hiring? Is there anyone who's looking for people like in different departments of your company?
Yeah.
And I think that's also where it comes down, because this is your livelihood, which you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You should not take it for granted and not feel ashamed about it.
Yeah.
If you can ask, go ahead. Go ahead.
If you have people from your past company that you can contact, managers, peers, anyone, or even companies that you've been to prior to the previous company that you have, or anyone that you can reach out to. I think this is not the time to feel bad about yourself, but it's a time to actually push and, you know, show them what you've got.
Mm-hmm.
You know, believe in yourself. And if you know that you are capable enough to do the job or the listing, find anyone that you have connection with and try to get someone to push your CV forward. Because I think, especially in the Middle East or in Dubai in particular, it is such an advantage if you have someone who can refer within the company, mm-hmm. who's already inside,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and someone who can say, hey, I know that you're hiring maybe someone from a different department, even if that particular person is not from the marketing. Let's say you're looking for a marketing job, but that particular person is within the company already. I think that's a big advantage. Mm-hmm. So if you have someone, that's great. Send them your CV. Don't feel shy about it. You know, it's not a big favor to ask. They're just literally going to send or forward your CV and put in a good word if they want to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not like you're forcing them to.
Yeah, I know. It's like, at least you did your part and you know that you tried.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't go down without a battle or a fight.
Yeah. Spread the word as much as you can, because if it has been 6 months, I'm sure you are really eager to find a job as soon as possible, because if you have savings, it might, you're already dipping into it and it's not something that you want mm-hmm. to. And if you want a job as soon as possible, then just spread the word.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of LinkedIn posts saying, hi, I'm available for a job, and literally what they have done, what are their skills, and then some of their friends or their peers or their colleagues from their previous job starts commenting and tagging other people.
And it gets some traction, and it gets pulled up to the front page of everyone's LinkedIn as well.
Yeah, don't be shy to do that.
Yeah.
Why not? You know, you're looking for a job, and if someone is actually looking for a person who has your skills, then perfect. You're both helping each other to find each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
So use your network, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, always try to keep a good impression with your previous job or any peers you work with, any temps, any contractual people that you work with, because that is very important down the line when you need them to help you submit that CV or help you push your vacancy to someone else. If you've left a great impression on them for that little or big amount of time that you've worked with them, it will really, really, really help.
Yeah.
Because then they'll be like, oh yeah, Josh, I've worked with that guy. He's actually really hard working, or he's actually really helpful and
Thank
really smart.
Thanks.
So yeah, he has my vote. And I think
I have your
that's
what?
Vote.
Vote.
Did I
okay.
say something else? Vote.
I thought I heard voice.
Sorry, vote.
He has my voice. No, but I like what you said, because see, Dubai is a very dynamic city.
But also small.
It's very small as well.
Yeah.
Like people, that 6 degrees of separation in the UAE would be like 2 degrees, because how small Dubai is,
Yeah.
or small UAE is. And another thing is that people usually jump jobs within 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
So let's say like you were in a company for 2 years, and in that time 5 people would have jumped to different positions.
Yeah.
And on the third year you were there, you lost your job. But then you can still maybe reach out to those 5 people who've maybe bounced from this one company to another and try to reach out to them and saying, hey, how have you been? As well. But don't be that guy, who just comes and directly asks for a job. Catch
Yeah.
up with that person, take them out for coffee, ask them how they've been, and just say like, see, this is the situation. I don't know if you can help me, but I would be really grateful if you could maybe place me in your company since you already have a foot in it.
Yeah.
And like, or if you feel shy or something, you can maybe just give me the contact details and I can take it from there.
Yeah. That's great advice. Take them out for coffee. Just have a feel of what the industry is like. Because after 6 months, it might have changed.
Exactly.
But yes, the country is really small. Again, we're talking about Dubai in itself. And people around the same industry know each other.
That's so true. That
They
is
know
very,
each other,
very true.
especially the higher ups.
Yeah.
So sometimes they can give a quick phone call to someone from a different company and ask them, hey, do you know this guy? He used to work with you. What is your feedback? So if you've left a good mark on them, you will be on the right track.
That's an automatic bonus point already before you even go for an interview.
Yeah. Word of mouth.
Yeah.
Word of mouth marketing. Just like you buying something else and someone telling you, oh, that's actually a great product. Same for you.
That's the number one marketing tool for me, the word of mouth.
Yeah. And I think the last one that we have.
I think I have one more after that, but I haven't written it down, but you
Okay,
can,
I'll
you
go
can
ahead.
for it. Yeah.
This was my last one, but Joshua has something else. While waiting, and now that you're in the wait of almost 6 months, try to upgrade yourself in a way that don't lose touch with whatever industry that you're in, and try to improve yourself with a lot of tools, reading books, watching YouTube videos, trying to learn a new skill.
Do online courses. There's a multitude of different sites now offering free and paid
Yeah.
courses like Coursera, and then there's Skillshare.
Yes.
And they're all at a minimal fee, even if you have to pay for it. But I think you only have to pay for it if you want that piece of paper that says that you've actually completed the course. But otherwise, you can just even take a screenshot at the
Yeah,
end
I
of it.
think there are different courses that are free, and if you want to further the course and if you want that certificate, you have to pay for it. Skillshare, I know for the first month is free,
Yeah.
and then you have to pay the rest of it. I wish we had a code. I wish we were sponsored
Use
by
the code
Skillshare.
HAND to get 50% off your first purchase.
But maybe down the line we will be.
Yeah.
Never know.
You never know.
But I myself, I'm on Skillshare, and I do watch videos that are actually outside of the things that I do,
That's amazing.
so that I can learn a new skill. You'll never know. You'll never know when you'll lose your job, or when something would happen to the industry that you're currently in, and it may no longer be relevant. And it would be great if you have different cards up on your sleeve of what you can do.
Yeah. Be that wild card in a puddle of normal people.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense, but I think you understand what I'm trying to say, guys.
And if you have a particular skill that you were already proud of, try to make money out of it.
Yeah.
In a way that if you like baking cupcakes, try to bake cupcakes and sell it to your friends, and maybe from there, again, word of mouth, other people will see it, they'll buy it. During the tough times of the pandemic when it hit Dubai and UAE, I've seen a lot of friends baking banana bread and selling it.
Baked sushi is a big one.
Exactly. Baked sushi was a big one. So a lot of people are actually ordering from and supporting local businesses. So that was really great to see that the community was actually helping each other out. So try to learn a skill, or if you already have something that you're proud of, try to make money out of it. If you like art or drawing, try to teach someone.
Yeah.
Just find someone who or something that you can make money out of while you're waiting for something to come up.
Like just to bring an example of that, Janine and I were talking yesterday with another friend, and Janine spoke about doing this Adobe Flash training a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And it wasn't something like spectacular or glorious in a classroom setting. It was set up in a villa, and one guy who's really good with Adobe Flash.
Yeah.
This was training a bunch of people with whatever knowledge he had about this program. And lo and behold, like, you had to pay a fee to him, I'm sure, as well. And
I did.
and that's
It
how
was
he
his
made money, even
yeah.
if that was his side hustle or is like a part-time gig of his.
Yeah, it was a minimal fee, but I learned a lot from this course.
Exactly.
I
So
did
if
it
you
when
have
I
a
was in-
skill which a lot of people are curious to know about, like maybe something in e-commerce
Yeah.
or what's that, like Google AdWords and all
Yeah.
this stuff, and if you know something about it, you can maybe spread the word to a couple of friends and say, I know a lot about this and I want to make a few extra money. If you want,
I can help you out.
Exactly.
Or go to Fiverr and list yourself and
Yeah.
as a freelancer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. Yeah.
And you can get paid by the hour.
Yeah. There's a lot of ways to make extra money in the UAE, but you just have to be really smart about it and just really trust word of mouth. And I would maybe ask all our listeners, if you know someone who's in an online e-commerce like Instagram selling, you can just maybe tag us and we can repost it so all our followers can even find out about you guys as well and maybe try to link up with you.
So that we can support local businesses as
Yeah,
well.
I'm really adamant on that actually. I'm really for that. And
You had something else that you
yeah,
wanted to
the
add?
last thing I actually wanted to say is, I know it's been 6 months, dude. And there's a time where you have to set everything aside and not be picky anymore and maybe take the road less taken and try to find another job in a different career path. Like, let's say maybe you're working in marketing right now, maybe you should try moving into something like HR or admin work, but just don't be so focused on that one particular job area. Try to explore it. Maybe you'll like it even better at the end of the day. And then on top of that, you'll have new tools and knowledge in that arsenal because you've done so many things.
Yeah.
And I know people like that, like they've started off as a bartender, now they're heading their own small business, and then now a startup and everything. So it really packs a punch whenever you move into a new business, like, yeah, I've done all these things. So I think it's also right, do not be so picky at this point of your life, but try to maybe move into something which you didn't see yourself in.
Yeah, I think things happen for a reason, and you are in this particular situation because there is a greater reason to it. Try to find that reason and try to find ways to make it a little bit better in terms of the situation.
Yeah.
You may come out of it even stronger. You may come out of it with more knowledge and more tricks up on your sleeve to use further down the line when you get promoted one day, when you get to have a different opportunity that is outside of your comfort zone. And I know these are tough times, and it's easy for me to say it will be better, and I hope that that's the case for him. It will get better, because if you feel that you're on the lowest of lows, there's no way but up. Exactly. I know it sounds cliche, but we've all been through really, really deep shit. Is that something I can say? But there is no way but up if you feel that you're already in the lowest of lows.
Yeah, and just be persistent. It's a numbers game as well. You can apply to 10 jobs and not get a one call, but if you apply, let's say, to 1,000 jobs in a week, I'm just throwing out there like a random rough number, but it's a numbers game. The more you apply, the more that there's a probability that is higher, and the likes of you getting a call back at least.
Yeah. Push through.
And really prepare for that interview whenever you get it.
Yes! Preparation is key.
Yeah.
So while you're in the waiting game, prepare as much as you can so that by the time that you secure an interview, you got this.
Yeah.
You'll ace it.
If you get an interview with like a company, do some research about it. And when the time comes when the guy's like, do you have any questions for me? That's when you're like, I read this thing in last year's in the news about this your company. What do you think of that? Is that true? Or like, and then there's a lot of tips as well online available, which I would say at the end, if you couldn't feel whatever we said was good enough, you can also do some research by yourself. There's a multitude of topics and resources available online on how to prepare for a job interview or how to make the best CV. And there's a lot of
if they're interested, let us know and we can do another episode on it.
Yeah, if you want us to maybe revert back to a certain thing that we said or dive deeper into a topic that we just mentioned about, then please do let us know and we'll be more than happy to help you. If you want to reveal yourself, Mr. Monkey. Or
if you don't want, then just let us know. We're here to help.
Yeah.
Send us your CV and we can help you review it.
Yeah. Are you in HR now? I think we are HR managers though.
Dude,
we just fixed this guy. He's a multimillionaire now. What if he comes back to us in a few years?
Yeah.
It's like, Josh and Janine, thank you so much for your tips. I have now bought Amazon.
Wow.
Right?
And thanks to you, here's 49% of the shares.
Are you serious? Like,
because he still wants to have the majority,
Yeah.
Still wants to have the majority.
Like, I might pass away sooner, so I put your name in the will, and you are the rightful heirs of my so-and-so company.
And then we'll make an episode out of that.
Yeah. Guys, we are quitting the podcast because we don't need you.
No, we don't do this for the money.
We love you guys, yeah. I think we've lost the money making this podcast.
We have. We're not earning anything. So
not
subscribe
yet.
to the channel on YouTube so that we can get monetized.
Yeah, exactly. You need that 5 dirham paycheck and that silver plaque.
No, we'll get there. Yeah. We enjoy this. We really love doing this, guys.
I love it.
And thank you so much for sending your questions. So, for the next one, I'll read it. Question number 2. I have a new boss at work, and during a meeting, he asked me for some tips to improve the productivity and efficiency on the floor and suggested some ways of working and tools we can use in our day-to-day activities.
Mm-hmm.
That was a handful. However, my boss did not seem supportive with the idea. I found out last week that he will actually be presenting the plan I propose to the board in 2 weeks' time. Should I confront him about this or let it be? ... Sincerely, Corporate Carl.
Confront him. Okay, next. Thank you guys for listening.
Right away.
Okay, but basically what this guy did is he was backstabbed by his boss.
In a way, yeah. So this is a new boss. He is probably not familiar with the ways of the new boss because he's new. And he doesn't know how trustworthy this boss is. So he probably felt comfortable because maybe that's how he used to do it with his previous boss. Again, it really depends on the company culture. They might have a culture wherein they cannot voice out their own opinions and it has to be through levels, hierarchical,
through the grapevine,
blah, blah, blah. So it really depends. We don't know much about that. But he felt comfortable saying or speaking out his ideas or pitching it in to the new boss. And this new boss took his idea, but he said his new boss seemed that he wasn't interested. So I guess this new boss pretended that he wasn't interested.
Like, I have this new thing. Like,
okay.
Whatever, that sucks.
Yeah. Bye.
This is dope, though. This is a gold mine. Hello, promotion.
Took his idea and he will be presenting it to the board.
And he did him dirty, yo.
Eesh.
If that is actually the case, I don't know. Like we said, we don't very minimal.
We don't have a lot of details.
And there's 2 sides to every story as well.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, we can invite Corporate Carl's boss to this platform and he can share his side of the story.
I know what we'll do. We'll like do it in the dark corner of the room so you can't see his face, like it's anonymous.
Nice.
And we'll give him that voice changing device.
Yeah.
So, why did you do that to Carl? I didn't do it. That's a
I
girl.
was forced to do it.
This is a rabbit hole which goes deeper than you think. I'm like, what have we done? I just wanted
We'll
to fix your life.
never know what happened.
It goes deeper than that, guy.
But okay, so let's go with what corporate Carl gave us in terms of information. I would say confront him, book a meeting with him, and just talk to him about the whole situation.
Mhm.
Like, hey boss, I heard through blah 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 that this idea will be pitched in within the next board meeting, and I just wanted to ask you about it, as it seems very similar to the idea that I pitched in
To you a
within
few
that
weeks ago.
month. Yeah. So my advice is, whenever you go into a meeting with someone, come out of it with an email of what you've agreed on,
Oh, like a minutes
so
of the
that you
meeting
always
kind of thing.
have proof that, or if you already have that, I don't know, we don't have that information. If corporate Carl has that information, that would be great, because then that goes to show that it was actually his idea, and that he had a meeting with his boss and he run that idea with his boss. So if it gets dirty, then he can go to, I don't know, HR
On
and
whistleblow.
whistleblow on his boss.
No, but then if it's a one-on-one meeting, I'm pretty sure like that's not even needed.
No.
Or bringing a recorder device or videoing
No,
the
you
whole
don't have to
session.
bring a recorder device, but then the email acts not just as a proof, but also as an email that you can look back to further down the line to understand what were the points that you discussed. I mean, even if this boss did not undercut him, is that a word? Undercut?
Undermine.
Whatever. Even
Yeah.
if this boss did not backstab him with his idea, they could always go back to this email and say, hey, we've actually discussed this, and this in our previous meeting. How about we move forward with this?
What if the boss denies it?
That's the thing. At least if his boss denies it, he has proof.
You know what I
right?
would do?
What?
So I would take my boss aside
Okay.
and into a room, and
Okay.
I'll have a device on me, like my phone recording, and like, hey boss, that's a really cool idea that you're about to pitch. Who told you about it? The boss won't cave for a bit, but you have to really bring it out of him until he finally says, okay, it was you who gave me that idea and it's a brilliant idea, but I'm going to take it and I'm going to get you fired. And then little does he know,
Yeah.
corporate Carl comes out with his recording device. Like, I have it all on tape and I'm going to give this to the FBI.
Wow. He's got the FBI involved now.
It's deeper than you think. This
Wow.
whole conspiracy.
Wow, corporate Carl.
What have you done? We are part of this now. So if we
Yeah.
go missing, guys,
If
the
you
hand
need
crew,
mics, corporate Carl, we got you.
what if he comes in with a boomstick? And he's like, what was that? Can you say it again?
Like The Office. We just have the. Okay, can you just like raise your voice a little bit, Mr. Boss?
Can you
What did
repeat
you
that
say?
again and then turn it on?
No, but in all seriousness, I would take your boss aside and tell him that you feel that it's not fair that he is going in to a meeting with the board
With an
with
idea
an
that,
idea that you pitched in,
Yeah.
that came out of your brain.
or another case, I would suggest maybe if you can speak to him about it,
Yeah.
tell him you were not happy what he did because
Yeah.
this is your idea and this is the one that you explained to him and presented to him a few weeks ago. And you maybe can also say, see, I have nothing against this right now.
Yeah.
But when you present it to the board, I want you to put me as a credited,
Or bring him with
credit me in this whole.
or bring him along
bring
to
him
the
in the
meeting, so
meeting,
that
yeah.
they can both present. Make it as if, don't come to him as if I'm angry at you. You
Yeah,
did
I'm
this,
gonna-
this, and this, and accuse him of everything. But come there with a list of points and be prepared about it, because you don't know, because he's a new boss, you'll never know how he'll react to it. But make sure that you come in with points that makes it as if you're elevating the team.
Yeah.
Not as if, it's actually you're elevating the team, and that you want to use this new idea, this new tool to first enhance and make your lives more easier, because he said that it's an idea that will make
the team more efficient.
Exactly, more
and
efficient, and I guess cut the time in terms of how
I wonder what
they
product
work.
he pitched though. Like
I don't know.
Microsoft Word,
Excel, you think?
perhaps Excel, because I'm pretty sure they're using calculators, and it's like,
But use it as, look, boss, I want us both to succeed. So let's go in there as a team and let's pitch in. Don't forget that it's your idea. Let's pitch in my idea as a team initiative.
Yeah.
And that, of course, if it gets approved, it's not something that just the boss will roll with. Like, he will need help to project manage this whole thing, to put it out, to initiate the project,
to implement this whole new
and
getup. Yeah.
he would need everyone's help as well. So go into that meeting and tell him, look, let's do it together, because you'll also be needing my help eventually down the line if the board then approves the idea.
I think you should also just take it in a way that maybe might benefit you, because obviously you had this brilliant idea, you pitched it to your boss, you didn't like it, but maybe the boss, in a way, you can maybe use the boss to propel that idea up to the board of directors or whatever you said, the management, because as a lower level employee, he won't have that access to reach them. So when everything goes smoothly, then you can just thank him as well for. But I would suggest you do it in a civil manner, and no matter what you confront your boss with, just make sure that you actually do it. You actually confront your boss. You tell him, "This was my idea, and I don't like the way you did it," or whatever however you steer that conversation. Still go talk to your boss about it.
Yeah, I guess be wise with the choice of your words, because again, as we said earlier in question number 1, make sure that you always leave a good impression to whoever you work with. So just let him know that you're aware of what he's done, so that at least that would take him back in a way, like, okay, I actually did something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And let him know that you're not a pushover who would just be okay with what happened. And it was actually your brilliant idea that you want to push forward, but you want to do that as a team, and that you're not selfish about it. Yeah. So let us know how it goes. Before you get into the meeting, be prepared with a list of points.
Preparation
Write them down.
Key, like what you said.
Again, preparation is key, so that if you forget, because sometimes when I'm in a meeting with someone and I feel intimidated, I forget what points I want to come across into that meeting and what I want to get out of it. So make sure that you know what you want to get out of that meeting and what points you want to be answered within that meeting, so that you can get out of it accomplished and not feel like, oh gosh, I forgot to ask him about this or that.
And might be too late now to bring it up again.
And what would be the purpose of that meeting? Why did I say that? Or you might say something that you regret. Or you might agree to something that you actually don't agree to. Just like me. Again, sometimes I tend to just say yes, even if I don't agree with it. So I really have to make sure that I go in there focused with a plan and points of what I need to get accomplished within that meeting. Yeah.
These guys, man, future billionaires. I know it. I know it. They're like the Tony Robbins of...
You know what, corporate car? Let us know your idea. Maybe we can push that forward.
Yeah, and he's anonymous. So we're like, what are you talking about? We don't know you.
We'll take that idea and pitch it to the board.
These are 2 random people you've never met in your life, but they're going to pitch to you my idea. That's how it's going to work.
Hello, board.
Hello, Mr. Board.
How are you doing today?
You look very bored.
Oy. You
have to make them laugh so they know this guy has something to say.
Okay.
You look very bored. I was cooking today and I used the chopping board.
Oh my gosh.
Where do I sign to get my 2 billion dirham increment?
Wow.
You have to go there with that confidence.
Wow.
You have to. You need that confidence. Show them who has the bigger...
Is this how you're going to perform later tonight? With this amount of confidence?
You know, my mic will literally slip because of the sweat on my hand. Like, zip. I'm like, whoops.
Well, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
I hope we did a good job in answering your questions and giving you some advice, even if we still don't understand why you're coming to us for advice. But we try.
Why though?
Why? Why yes?
You're just giving us more work. No, Mano, but we love you, and we really want to try to incorporate this as a recurring segment in our podcast where we answer your questions, whatever it may be, relationship, career, hobbies, whatever you want to talk to us about.
Yes, we still have a couple of questions lined up, but what we do is we try to bunch them together so that we have a little bit more of content too.
Yeah, so we can tackle 2 or 3 at a particular episode, but
yeah,
we had
it really
only
depends
2.
on how it is. Yeah.
But really, really, guys, thank you for sending them, and please do continue and sending them in. You can reach us through multiple channels as well.
Yes. So if you want to remain anonymous, you can be like Monkey Dubai Luffy or Corporate Carl and send us your questions through our Google Forms. You will have the link in our YouTube description, our link in bio on Instagram, as well as the show notes of all the podcast platforms. You can reach out through Instagram as well, through Have a Nice Day Podcast, which is our handle. You can send us an email at haveanicedayshow@gmail.com. Please like and subscribe through to our YouTube channel. You can also follow us on Spotify. You can rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. That really, really helps because then that gives us more traction and our podcast can land on the charts and other people may be able to discover us just as some of you did.
Yeah.
And if you're watching, don't forget to hit the bell to be notified when we put out a new video. I don't know where it is.
It'll be here.
We need to learn this YouTube stuff.
Yeah, it'll be here.
And then we'll try to insert a video of our previous episodes so that you can go back to them as well.
Yeah.
Let us know as well, guys. We're thinking, should we put in our previous episodes on YouTube, even if there are no videos?
We can, just so everything's in one single depository.
Yeah, let us know what your ideas are. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, let us know. I hope you liked this episode, even if it was a little bit outside of our usual relationship advice section. But we like it. We liked
it. I enjoyed this episode.
I like the corporate questions.
Yeah, because you know us, we're
corporate
people. Slaves. So.
Yeah. Just because we watch The Office a lot.
Yeah. Way too much.
Way too much. Yeah. So, on that note, have a nice day. What was that?
Just really feeling it today.
Effect?
Yeah.
You're trying to put in a manual effect?
That what's that thing called? Like a 4D.
Nice.
4D effect for everyone. You know, like they see us, they have the 4D noise. Woo! Guys, get your 3D glasses on for the next episode.
We love you guys.
We like you as a friend.
Bye.
Bye.